So if y'all want to be featured in our NFL mailbags, you got to subscribe. We only feature questions from people that do click that big red button, that sub. Because guess what? We are 100% free, but we want to be able to interact and talk with our friends and people that show us love, people that support us, especially through a crazy year that was 2020. We just want to say that we appreciate you, and that's why we continue to make videos. So if you want to be featured in one of our mailbags, watch us live Wednesday and Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific, and click that big red button that says subscribe. Let's go to the logo that's made with real cheese. Niners trade down and get Trask and a corner in the late first round.
Did you say Trask or Trash?
Both.
Okay, yeah.
He's a good college quarterback.
I don't like Kyle Trask for San Francisco. In fact, if I'm the Niners and I'm going after a quarterback, I'm moving up. Because
okay.
I'm unconvinced that Kyle Trask will end up being better than Jimmy Garoppolo in the NFL. I don't like his mobility. I don't like his footwork. His arm is not good enough to balance those out. He reminds me a lot of Mason Rudolph, thank you. If you want to draft him like round 3, fine.
Oh, boy.
But you're probably keeping Garoppolo in that scenario.
Yeah.
Corner absolutely is a need. I am fully on board with that, getting a corner, be it in round 1, round 2, round 3, or whatever. But I would not take the approach of I'm going to trade down to get a quarterback. Yeah. If you like your quarterback, you just take him.
For sure.
And I don't think the evaluation for San Francisco is going to be Trask is our guy. I would hope that's not that the evaluation is either. So I am very curious to see what path the Niners end up going. I'm down with corner and quarterback, but not Trask in particular.
Want to give a special shout out to Burnin' Spades for the $1 super chat. Question coming in from Rohit. What up? Give Greenlaw, Jimmy 2 firsts and a third for Watson. Do you think the 49ers have a realistic shot?
I'm intrigued by you giving them a player. I appreciate when you do that in DJ Greenlaw. I think that's
Jimmy and 2 firsts?
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo, 2 firsts and a third.
I think that's enough.
I think it needs another premium asset.
Okay.
Now, maybe it's a third first. Honestly, if I'm San Francisco, like you can maybe you take out Greenlaw and you throw in 3 firsts, Jimmy G as whatever, and a third rounder. I think that actually might work.
I mean,
if they were to move on from him, because look, if you're San Francisco, you need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that's what's holding you back. If you get Deshaun Watson from Jimmy Garoppolo, yeah, you'll have other holes like at cornerback, for example, but those will be lessened because your quarterback is a drastic upgrade. So if you can get Watson, if you're San Francisco, I'm all over it, knowing those first-round picks aren't as valuable as even to say like a team like Denver that we just mentioned.
You guys are looking for an NFL face mask. We got you hooked up here at Seahawks. It's any NFL team, all 32 NFL teams, masks, which range in packs of 1. I guess it's not really a pack. To packs of 4. We're just trying to hook you guys up with awesome deals here. But seriously, it's also getting colder as well. So if you need something to keep warm, especially you people in Buffalo, you can go ahead and get one of these face masks that also cover your neck. And if you're wondering how you get set up, it's simple. Look down below on screen. You see it? Chatsports.com/staysafe. If that link is too hard to remember, Tom and I, we got you covered. It's also going to be in the description. And shout out to Marshall, who is running the chat right now. He's throwing it in the live description and chat as well. Shout out to him. It's chatsports.com/staysafe. Super chat time from Dwayne Jackson. Will Deshaun Watson get traded before the draft or on draft night?
If a trade happens, I think it is well before the draft.
I'm with you.
Because in the end, if you're Houston and you're moving on from Deshaun Watson because you're a bad organization, you're going to try and salvage what value you can.
Yep.
And the best way to do that is to not do what the Cardinals did and wait till draft night. Do it while there are more teams that could afford and trade for him. Because if you wait till free agency, it gets tougher to make that work in terms of salary cap. And if a team signs a quarterback, well, now they're not going to go out and trade for Watson too. So even though Watson will probably be better, it limits your pool of options.
I'll tell you
so
what,
if it does happen, it's got to be pre-draft.
If it happens on draft night, it's going to be one hell of a trade because they don't have a first or second round pick. So it would be absolutely mind-boggling. Mitty, what up? Should Richard Sherman sign back with the Seahawks?
Oh, baby.
Will he be expensive? I think he will be expensive.
I don't know about that. He's an aging player. How expensive?
This is going to be his last contract.
How expensive?
$10+ million.
I might take the under.
I don't know.
He is now on the downside of his career.
He's coming off his worst year of his career.
And coming off an injured season, too.
Correct.
I think he's less than $10 million. My issue is I think Sherman knows this, too. He's going to look into moving to safety at some point soon. It's not really what Seattle needs. If he wants to come back on a more team-friendly deal, I think Seattle should have interest there. I'm not entirely sure how great that relationship is at the current moment.
True.
But if he's affordable for a team light on cap space, $10 million, you can't afford that. I think there should be some interest there from Seattle because he already knows the defense and the players and the coaching staff pretty well. It could make some sense.
What do you think this offseason will look like for the rookies with the Combine, Pro Days, and Draft?
There's still some buzz about whether or not the Combine will happen. The Senior Bowl is set to happen at the end of this month. That's going to be important for a lot of different guys, and not as many guys have been able to go to games in person as they normally do.
Yep.
The Combine needs to happen.
Absolutely.
I need those measurables, just from a personal standpoint. If you can play a season, you can make the Combine work. You can spread it out. You can send only certain position groups for the entire week, and it'll be fine. It's not that difficult to make it work.
I'm with you.
Pro Days, though, we'll see where we're at. I think the NFL is going to approach it as, hey, we're going to have them. We'll see if the draft is in person or not. I think it'll be a little bit more normal than the way things ended up going at the back end. But we had the Combine last year. And I was there, and we were not talking about a delayed or canceled offseason and stuff. So it's going to be different. I think the NFL will have enough of its plan together to make it happen in the end.
And if you guys want NFL videos every single day, if you like talking sports, have you ever gone to a family event? Maybe you've gone to a bar. Maybe, I don't know, you're at school and you're just sitting there debating sports with your friends. That's what Chat Sports is all about. Talking sports by yourself is okay. Talking sports with a whole bunch of people that you love interacting with, that's what this show is all about. So if you always find yourself looking for the latest NFL news and rumors, if you want to get into some sports debates, talk a little bit sports, that's what we're here for. So go ahead, hit that big red button that says subscribe. Join us for our live shows, which is being filmed right now. It's why these NFL mailbags are coming up. We're Monday, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. Go ahead, hit that big red button that says subscribe. This next one's coming in from Dwayne Jackson. How does the NFL reinforce the Rooney Rule? And appreciate the super chat.
Well, they did make some changes this year to that in terms of impact on the head coach level and even like the front office and coordinator level. For head coaches, 2 external candidates that are minorities must be interviewed at the OC, DC, and I think it's front office is also in this group as well.
Office, yes.
Minimum 1 external candidate. So they have to take care of that. A lot of these teams, they're taking care of that. They're sometimes knocking out early if there's someone they want, but really so far there hasn't been a quick hire. So I think all the minorities you see getting interviewed, or minority candidates, I should say, are legitimate options for those organizations. So that's how they're trying to make it better and make things even or within the NFL, I should say.
Okay, Tim Explorer, which wide receiver would you rather sign a free agency, Corey Davis or Will Fuller?
Quick note, it's Tim related to Dora. Well, we had an NFL game on Nick, and I can't make Nick jokes? Come on, this is ridiculous.
Come on, they look nothing alike.
Okay, that's racist. This is actually a really good question because both of these guys had what I would consider breakout years. Corey Davis, pretty obviously.
Yep.
Will Fuller stayed healthy.
Yep.
Fuller also got suspended.
Yes.
So he's going to miss at least, I think it's 2 games to be open up next season. I like Corey Davis a lot talent-wise, and I liked him a lot coming out of Western Michigan. Okay. But I am at least a little bit concerned here about the one-year wonder side of it.
Oh, for sure.
If you promise me Will Fuller stays healthy, give me Will Fuller.
Okay.
Now, he hasn't been healthy very much, but whatever he was tricked into using by his trainer, allegedly, keep him on that. Just don't get caught this time.
See, I'll say this.
All NFL players should be allowed to use whatever Will Fuller used because it worked.
It worked. I'll say it depends on scheme. It depends on fit. Corey Davis was great this year because he fit great into what
All right,
Tennessee.
So I can't make Nick jokes, but you can make diaper jokes.
What does that mean, diaper joke?
You said depends.
Oh, my God. Like, if Corey Davis, he would be a better fit in Baltimore than Will Fuller would be. But I think Will Fuller would be a better fit in place like Green Bay than Corey Davis.
I agree.
Let us know, who's the better wide receiver, D for Corey Davis or F for Will Fuller?